Welcome to the IPP podcast. Mike Tyson's favorite podcast.
Mike Tyson.
You don't want to do this, Jake.
You don't want to.
Because you don't want to do this, Jake.
You've awakened a dormant nightmare.
I hated watching that fight.
Cameron always uses the shot of when he turns around and it's just his cheeks.
Oh yeah.
Cameron always uses that for advertising tattoos. He'll put like an outline on his cheeks and he's like,
funny.
"Come get tattoos here."
Oh god.
You don't want to do
You
this,
don't want to
Jake.
do this,
You don't want
Jake.
to do this, Jake.
We watched that animation so many times before the fight, and we're like, Mike Tyson's totally gonna win, right? And then they paid him millions of dollars
To lose.
to
Yeah.
Jake Paul. I hate both of the Paul brothers with every fiber of my being. Why the do you get to be rich?
They have a
reality TV show.
Oh, this is an interesting one. It's gray and white and black. It kind of looks like if you were able to teach a panda karate. I don't really know how else.
Is it Pancham?
No.
Because we've had Pancham, I thought.
No, we haven't had this one before.
So is it a panda?
He looks like a little bear.
Is it Beware?
No. His feet, on the other hand, though, kind of come up like this. And there's only like two, like, I guess, indications of a foot at the very bottom. It's flat and it pops up.
So like, you know those shoes that have like the curl in them?
Kind of like that.
Is it like that?
But it's like it pops up. It's like a
it's like a slant, not
like
a
a
curl.
slant.
Okay.
And then he has his fist balled up. He has two hands. He has his fist balled up.
It's not Nuzleaf, is it? Because you said it's black and gray.
It's mainly gray and white. The little toes are black, and then his hands are black. And then he has like a lot of scruff going on at the top, but there's an indication of white in the back.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
In the back, it looks like it's a bandana, like the end of a bandana.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Damn it!
He has a yellow like mouth area.
Yeah.
He's like.
Does he look
off.
angry? Yeah, he looks angry.
Pissed off.
Damn it! I know exactly what you're talking about because it's in Gen 8 or 9.
It is.
It's a later number.
891.
Yeah. Damn it! I know exactly
Damn
what
it.
I know exactly what it is.
You want me to show you?
Can I get the first letter real quick?
K.
No, I don't know.
K as in koala bear.
Is koala part of the name or is it just K?
It's just K.
No, I'm not gonna make you sit here. Cub Fu.
Cub food.
I love Cub Fu as a name, but yes, I knew exactly what you were talking about. He is. He's like a.
He's a little bear.
Well, because Pancham is also an angry bear, but Cub Fu because it's like kung fu.
He's like Pokemon. Back at it again.
Yep. Okay. So I touched on this last week near the end of the episode, where we talked about just rap in general. Oh, here's how I came up. I brought up my favorite rap lyric of all time, which is "Kiss my ass, treat my balls like it's mistletoe."
Yes.
Which is
your favorite.
to this day my favorite rap bar
Yeah.
to ever exist. And then immediately after recording that, and after we stopped recording that episode, I told you, I was like, hey, do you know that Ed Sheeran has a really, really gross lyric in one of his songs?
You
and the
played
lyric,
it and I couldn't understand what he was saying.
A, the song is really bad that the lyric is from, and B, the lyric is, I'm up and coming like I'm on an elevator.
Crazy.
Hey, that was Ed Sheeran,
That's
the
Ed.
white ginger Irish man.
Our boy Eddie.
Yeah, so that prompted me for this week.
You don't want to do this,
Yeah,
Jake.
what you do this, Ed? That prompted me to then. I'm gonna quiz you on some rap lyrics.
Yes. And by the way,
Michael listens to two white rappers.
by no means do I know any rap. I listen to Eminem, Logic, and sometimes
and anything I put on
sprinkle of other people within, but
and it's when I play it in the car.
yes,
I play Doechii a lot in the car. I play a lot of
Doechie's
Megan
really
Thee Stallion.
Good. Yes, Megan Thee Stallion, love her.
Whatever I play in the car.
Yeah, I'm very picky about my music.
I can tell. I am less picky. I was asked the other day, what kind of music are you into? And I literally, the only thing I could say was whatever sounds good.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't care where it comes from as long as it bangs. And it's not
I'll
Chris
listen
Brown.
to the first like 3 seconds of a song and I'll be like, next.
I'll do that sometimes too. I mean,
It just depends on the mood I'm in. But
yeah, that's a lot of it. Anyway, so this game is called Rap Lyrics featuring Big Sean and 2 Chainz. That'll make sense here in a second.
Okay.
And also keep in mind, I would say almost all of these are black rappers. So anytime an N-word is mentioned, it will be replaced with the word fella. So your first one is roll, roll, roll my weed on it. That's an ashtray.
Sounds like Snoop Dogg.
Okay, I did have an A, B, and a C if you want those.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
These are A, B, C. I do like your guess.
Okay.
A lot of gusto. I do like that. A, Big Sean. B, Kanye West. Or C, 2 Chainz.
Yeah, Toby.
He said, it says Kanye.
What was it again?
What, the line?
Yeah.
Roll, roll, roll my weed on it. That's an ashtray.
Roll, roll, roll.
No, incorrect. Yeah, they definitely said roll, roll, roll my weed on it. That's an ashtray.
I'll say Kanye West.
It was Big Sean.
Damn.
And I actually, this one's funny. So it's Big Sean. The song is Mercy by Kanye West featuring Big Sean, Pusha T, and 2 Chainz.
Okay.
So it's got all 3 of them in it.
So it has all of its. Oh my lord.
Yeah. So next one.
Chubby.
And my dick's so hard it make the metal detector go off. Your options are A, Big Sean, B, Kanye West, or C, 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
That is 2 Chainz. It is
That's
All Me by Drake featuring 2 Chainz and Big Sean.
What the hell?
2 Chainz and Big Sean kiss each other on their free
They
time.
love each other.
They love each other. They're on every single song together. And they're not even their own songs.
Someone asks, "Hey, can you be featured on my song?" Only if
2 Chainz can come.
Only if 2 Chainz is good doing it. They're like,
Only if 2 Chainz can come.
Okay.
All right. Number 3. Are you into astrology? Cause I'm trying to get in Uranus. Your options are A, Big Sean, B, Kanye West, and C, 2 Chainz.
I'm gonna say 2 Chainz again.
No, this is Kanye.
Oh my lord.
So this is Getting In It by Jadakiss featuring Kanye. He said this on a feature.
What the heck?
That's what's funny about a
Kanye?
lot of these is that so far, all 3 of these that I've listed, the person has been a feature, and they've said
It hasn't
this
even been
crazy
their actual
no,
their
it hasn't
own
been their actual
song.
song.
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah. Number 4. I don't tip. I pay bills. Bitches call me Buffalo. Your options are Drake, Gucci Mane, and Lil Wayne.
Gucci Mane.
No, it's Lil Wayne.
Oh, what the heck?
Okay, I will. Small tangent. I fucking love Lil Wayne. A, his voice is crazy, and
It's
B,
insane.
his lyrics consistently are insane.
That
They're
is
either
insane.
really good or they're just dumb.
Mediocre.
Or they're just dumb. Yeah. So this one actually also not a song that's his. It's Bands That Make Her Dance.
Bands That Make Her
So that's
Dance.
Juicy J featuring, guess who? 2 Chainz
2
and
Chainz.
Lil Wayne.
Oh my god.
And that was Lil Wayne on the feature.
Lil Wayne.
Dude, that's what he sounds like. That's what he sounds like. All right.
Lil Wayne.
Next one is gap teeth in your mouth so my dick's gots to fit. Your options are A, Dr. Dre, B, Snoop Dogg, and C, Ice Cube.
That's a crazy. All OGs.
As soon as I read this, I'm like, so your dick is that small? It can fit between the gap of someone's tooth? I mean, I get the bit.
Are they saying this to someone?
I'm assuming gap teeth in your mouth so my dick's gots to fit.
What was the first option?
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
No, it's Dre.
Damn.
This was Dr. Dre, Fuck with Dre Day, and everyone's celebrating. Featuring Snoop Dogg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this one.
There's the burps.
I'm sorry, they're scattered. Number 6. Remember what I said in the beginning? I love my fellas. No homo. I swear, I hope they all get cheese like DiGiorno. Your options are A, Playboy
DiGiorno
Cardi.
sounds so good right now.
Dude, when I was typing this out at like 4 p.m., I was like, DiGiorno sounds so
dude.
good. Anyway, your options are A, Playboy Cardi, B, Lil Wayne, and guess who? 2 Chainz.
I'm gonna say Lil Wayne.
It was Lil Wayne. He said, I love my fellas.
Lil
No,
Wayne.
no homo. I swear I hope they all get cheese like DiGiorno. Hey,
Hey, man.
isn't that so
He
nice?
knows how to make them.
And he loves his friends.
He loves his
He hopes
friends.
he get
I
that
love
cheese.
my friends. I'm homo for my friends.
And I wish they would get that cheese like DiGiorno.
Yeah.
Okay. That one was actually Lil Wayne's song. That was the first one that was his. It was
Oh.
All Alone by Lil Wayne. That was
Okay.
just his.
Okay.
No
No feature that time.
feature. Just all him. Again, I'm telling you. Lil Wayne as a person, so interesting, so funny. His lyrics are crazy. All right. Number 7. So fuck the world, feed it beans. It's gassed up if it thinks it's stopping me. A, Tyler the Creator. B, Snoop Dogg. Or C, Eminem.
I'm gonna say Tyler.
No, it's Eminem. But I wrote
What
Tyler in there
the-
because that's 100%
That
something
is something
he would write.
he would say.
I love Tyler the Creator. I love
Eminem
almost
said that?
everything
In
he's
what
put out.
song?
It's Not Afraid. I'm not
That's
afraid.
so funny.
Yeah, I was like, that's 100% something Tyler would write.
Toby's going crazy.
Yeah, I love Tyler. He's
That's
probably
so
my
funny.
favorite rapper of all time.
I think
Absolute
he's-
freak.
I think
so
he's
weird.
the one who recently said to creators themselves, like just
Mm-hmm.
in anything, he's like, create like a child, but edit like a scientist.
Period.
And I was like, dude, that's goes so hard.
It's so funny because like on the surface, you look at Tyler the Creator, I'm like, that is a weird man.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
so weird. But then the second he starts talking about
Oh my God,
his
dude,
craft or the
he's-
arts, he's a totally different person.
Yeah, he's insane.
He's great at what he does. Like
He's
his-
one of those few that get overlooked in I think some regard.
I guess. I think.
But I think if you actually truly want to listen or even just learn about him, he's amazing at
he
what
says
he does.
similar things like that, where it's like, those who want to listen will get it, and
Yeah.
if you don't, then you're missing out, kind
Yeah.
of thing. But again, like, he's such a weird dude, and you can tell like some of his older albums, like Yonkers or like Cherry Bomb, like things like that, like they're very weird. But then you listen to Chromacopia, which is his latest album that came out, which I think is his best work
Yeah.
so far. It's very deep, very personal, like, but also there are hype moments as well. Like, we're crying, and then Thought I Was Dead came on. I'm like, oh,
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll have to listen to it. I haven't listened to it.
I've incessantly since it's come out, and it's already been out, I want to say like 8 months.
Oh wow.
I think it came out in like
I don't-
November. I know.
I don't keep
I
up
know.
with anything.
That's okay. You don't have to. Here comes your next one. I'm gonna go hard like a motherfucking boner.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Straight to the point. No entendres, no metaphors. I'm gonna go hard like a motherfucking boner. Your options are will.i.am, Lil Wayne, and you guessed it, 2 Chainz.
Oh, now you're throwing will.i.am in there.
Mm-hmm. Any one of these 3 people could have
Yeah.
fucking written this.
I'm gonna say Lil Wayne.
No, this one was will.i.am.
Damn it!
So I don't know much about will.i.am as in general, but I saw this lyric and I said, "Oh yeah." This is from his song THE, which stands for The Hardest Ever, by will.i.am, featuring Mick Jagger and
What the
Jennifer
heck?
Lopez. Is that not the craziest fucking lineup?
What
Mick
the-
Jagger,
dude,
singer of the
will.i.am
Stones, and Jennifer Lopez.
If I don't remember correctly, I think will.i.am had some crazy like he always brought in some crazy ass features.
I mean, yeah, he did. I mean, as far as like rappers go, he is a talented guy, and obviously his days he was a Black Eyed Peas, right?
Yeah, they don't
They don't, you
do
know,
anything anymore.
but still, like, I don't know, man.
I'm just
I
saying
don't know.
he had something about him that was just able to
You know,
bring
he
in
had,
like
you know,
anyone.
you know, he had that boom boom pow.
He had that boom boom pow. He had that hard
Boner.
boner.
I'm gonna go hard like a motherfucking boner.
Yeah, he had that hard boner.
That's like the worst lyric I've ever heard in my life.
The boom boom pow.
No, the boner thing. Like, come on.
You mean the boom boom pow?
that boom boom pow?
That boom boom pow?
You're so 2000 and late. All right. Next one. Swagger tighter than a yeast infection. Fly, go hard like a geese erection. Your
Crazy rhyming
options
here.
are Lil Wayne, obviously, Nicki Minaj, or Gucci Mane.
I want to say Nicki Minaj, just because is Lil Wayne, What the hell, dude?
It's Lil Wayne.
That is so funny.
I love Lil Wayne. Unironically, I fucking love Lil
I'm like,
Wayne.
if there's anyone talking about a yeast infection, it probably should be.
Fly, go hard like a geese erection?
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Dog! That is so funny. Terrible, but so funny. Also, what the fuck does that mean? Swagger tighter than a
what?
yeast infection?
Like,
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm having trouble trying to comprehend how that man could have even put that into a sentence to have said that. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, given what we know so far about Lil Wayne's writing style, this doesn't surprise me. It's just funny,
Man's-
and I don't understand.
the man is just crazy with it. He's just crazy with it.
He's insane. Here's your last one, and this one is probably one of the most iconic in terms of the last 10 years, in terms of, rap
You're
lyrics.
really hyping it
I'm
up for me
selling
to
it.
just
I'm selling it.
just blow the popsicle joint.
You ready? Got so many chains, they call me Chaining Tatum. Your options are Lil Wayne, Kanye, and Drake.
Oh. I got so many chains they call me Chaining Tatum. They really stretched that one.
Dog, when this lyric came out, they were dogging on this dude hard.
I got so many chains
They call me Chaining Tatum.
Chaining Tatum.
Your options are Lil Wayne, Kanye, and Drake.
I think it's between Kanye and Drake. And I want to say Kanye just because I don't like the guy. But at the same time, I could see Drake saying that. I'm going to say Drake.
It is Drake. It was from Pop
Oh.
Style, which is his album in 2016, which I think is the Space Needle, like that white album with
Might
the
be,
Space
yeah,
Needle.
I don't know.
think it is. But yeah, I remember this lyric incessantly. It's so funny. Like, I want a dog on it, but I'm like, damn, that's really funny.
That's so funny.
And I recognize that that's really funny. Yeah, the takeaway from this is I love Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne is
I
so
love
funny,
Lil
dude.
Wayne.
I
love
never
him.
really listened to him like at all.
I don't either.
But like,
he's funny.
yeah, that's so funny.
Him being like watching him talk is interesting. I'm so sorry.
Oh God, here we go.
But also a weird specimen is Playboi Carti. I don't know a lot about Playboi Carti, but he's the one who had that interview with Nardwuar, and he's like a Rob Zombie poster, and he goes,
Wait, isn't he the one who? I think he's the one who showed up on. Oh no, that's a Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty.
Or not Lil Yachty. Who the fuck am I
What
thinking?
are you talking about? What's his
The
name?
Mr. Beast show.
Oh, it might have been Lil Yachty.
He just came up and it was so awkward. It was so funny.
I think so. I don't know much about Lil Yachty. He is funny though. He's a funny dude.
I think that's exactly who it is. He came onto the Mr. Beast show and it was so
awkward.
funny. It was so funny.
Oh.
Because he's just like, and we're here with Lil Yachty, and he just comes out. They're like,
oh yeah, you told me about
Yeah.
this. Yes,
he
dude.
just come. They're on this like tropical island, and he just
Yes.
walks out, and he's like,
Yes.
hey, and then he's like talking to. They have to like, he has to pick a box, and the box has to include something in it for him to win to go on to the next challenge or something.
Right.
And he has to trust the three people that they're telling him the truth about what they have in the box.
Right.
And Lil Yachty's just there the whole time. He doesn't really add anything. He's just kind of there. Like, he'll turn to Lil Yachty and he's like, what do you think? He goes, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing here, man. Like, he's so honest. It's so
He's
funny.
so funny though. I don't know anything about Lil Yachty. I don't really like his music, but fuck, he's funny.
so funny, dude.
Fuck, he's funny.
I remember he did like a video with one of the FaZe guys, and it was so funny.
He's a funny dude.
He's so
a
funny.
funny dude. I didn't start listening to rap. A Rob Zombie poster. I didn't really start listening to like hip hop or rap until I kind of like graduated high school. It was in 2020 when I heard Hot Pink by Doja Cat for the first time.
Oh.
And I was like, damn, this album is doing things to me. So, and that changed the trajectory until the end of time.
My dad accidentally introduced me to rap.
Via
I
white people.
Yeah, I had talked to him about it because I remember asking him about an album that was coming out or a song, and he was like, "I don't listen to that," and I was like,
I don't listen to that.
"I was like, what do you? I don't listen to that."
Oh, that's not what your dad sounds like.
He's like,
Oh.
"I don't listen to that." No, but and I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't listen to that. I was like, you introduced me to it. He's like, then I accidentally did that. And I was like, what?
I didn't do it on purpose.
It's like, what? And what he had introduced me to was I watched 8 Mile.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And I was like, that's
That'll
pretty
do it.
good. And then I listened to Eminem, and then from there I just.
And then he said, "Fuck the world, give them beans.
And
They're
I said-
gassing if they think they can stop me."
And I said, I'm with that guy.
I said, "I fuck with his beans lyrics
I
hard.
like his Beans lyrics.
I'm not afraid."
I like his Beans lyrics over his spaghetti lyrics. Did you know he has his own spaghetti restaurant?
Shut up. No, he doesn't.
He's from Chicago, right?
Yeah,
He has
I think so. Or Detroit. I thought he was from Detroit.
He has his own restaurant in Detroit, and it's
Shut up.
And it's Mom's Spaghetti.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I swear to God.
Eminem spaghetti.
No, just look up Eminem Mom's Spaghetti.
Dog. Shut the fuck up.
Yep, it's not that great, I've heard, but it's just going there and ordering it is.
Oh
thing.
my god,
You can do sit down, and then there's also a window where you can order from.
dude, that's fucking funny.
If we're ever in Detroit for whatever reason, we should go.
Dude,
there.
you won't catch me fucking dead in Detroit.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I am not going to Detroit.
When
I'm not going to Cleveland. I'm not going to Detroit.
If I'm in Detroit for every reason, I'll eat there and
You'll
I'll tell
eat
you.
there.
And
You
how
should
it
tell
is.
me.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, it was just spaghetti.
Yeah, it was just.
I could have made this at home.
It was just Mom's spaghetti. It was like $30.
I didn't have to come all the way to Detroit for some spaghetti.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I didn't know you knew that.
it being called Mom's spaghetti is.
It's kind of iconic.
I love that.
It's
I
really
love that.
good. It's really good. One thing I had told you I wanted to talk about.
Oh
was
yeah.
In my Magic the Gathering chat with the homies. Mark posted a picture of his new mat that he bought, and I have this bit because everything he buys is expensive.
Yeah.
To where I offer him a price for it, and it's cents at it. So I started at 25, and then you laughed, and then I said, okay, 35 cents, by the way. And then he sent something saying, not for sale, and Ellis said, that's so fucking sick, talking about the mat.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tells us what it is because it was signed, and I told him, everything has a price, and it's 50 cents. And he laughed at that, and Owen says, you're so cheap, Micah. I'm offering $4.32. Mark says, y'all are hilarious. I go, hey, I'm about that profit margin. I'm offering a good friendship hug along with my offer, though. And Mark said, that's fair. Can't argue with that.
You guys don't know dick about ROI.
And then I quoted, if you think like a billionaire, you can become a billionaire. God.
Where the f*** did you get that
And
from?
Owen said, that's true. I heard him say that.
Is he a prophet? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I wish.
And I said, I think I heard him speak to me as a lizard, but that could have been the THC talking.
That could have been that edible and half a perk I took 30 minutes ago. I don't know.
I just thought,
I
there are
popped half
times.
a perk and I heard God is a lizard.
There are times I just think I'm so funny.
I always think at times I'm like, I'm not that funny, but I think I'm so funny, and I think that's enough for me.
With
that's
me,
enough for me.
If you know me, there are times where I don't like to just let the joke just go. There are times where I will keep going with the joke until someone's like, Micah, that's either too annoying, or I can tell that like it's not hitting anymore.
Yeah.
And so me keeping up the joke of anything he posts, I'm like, 25 cents. He'll say something, and I'm like, all right, 35 cents. So yeah, I just thought that was something funny to bring up to talk about.
Oh my gosh.
And like he sends it, and I know it's signed because you can see it. And then I was like, okay, this is probably like $500,
Right.
maybe even more. But
I don't
yeah,
get that kind of quiche.
I was
I
like,
got
what the
coins
hell?
jingling in my pocket that speak
Coins.
louder than your quiche.
exactly. It's in by 2026, the pennies are gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So if I offer penny,
The last time I used a penny was one of those souvenir ones in Monterey. That's the last time I used a penny. It was a souvenir penny. Don't know where it is.
Do you think those are gonna kind of fade away now that the penny's going to start going away?
I don't know. Have they officially said we're no longer producing pennies?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
They said that, and they said that 2026, I think 2026 is the last year that they will stop producing it.
Okay.
So I think at the end of 20 or beginning or something like that, there will be no more pennies being produced.
I have another dumb question.
What?
Because I don't know if this is dumb. But like, does that mean that like when you buy things, people now have to adjust the price of those things so it doesn't equal to odd change?
Maybe.
I would think because if it equals an odd change,
it's definitely going to be harder.
yeah. Because I'm like, something can never be like 23 cents.
No.
I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that?
Yeah, because then you just have to give them a quarter and be like, or like
And
a
then eat
nickel, and then be like, keep
and
the change.
eat the change.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't necessarily know how it's gonna work.
It's not up to me. I don't get paid to know that.
Yeah, no. I was talking to someone at work because it kind of got brought up with a customer, and I was like, well, yeah, it's kind of like when they filtered out the 50 cents. How they stopped making 50 cents like a long time ago.
The 50-cent coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but then like I thought about it, and I was like, but
that's totally different.
That's different because with pennies, like you said, when it's 33 cents.
What are you supposed to do?
And you don't
the thing
have.
with the 50
I don't know.
is that we had coins that could make up the 50. If we get rid of the penny, we don't have coins that make up that amount.
Then again, it is. I see it as because of how often cards are used.
Yeah, like no,
it's just a
haven't
visual
used cash in forever.
Monetization or not monetization.
Representation
of what you actually have.
Right.
So I don't see it becoming that big of an issue. I just feel a big zit on my forehead that's coming in.
Thank you for interjecting with that.
I felt it.
Well, there's a psychology that comes with using cash versus using card.
Is there?
Yes. So when you use a card, you can't physically see the money leaving you. When you use cash, it feels like more of of a loss because you're seeing the money that you're spending. But with card, it's just swipe card, paid for.
Swipe card, be like, I think about that later.
I don't know. There's a psychology for everything.
Yeah.
But using cash and card, there's that. But also, it's just more accessible to use card. Like, I can't be carrying around cash all the time. A, I don't want to get robbed. And B, it's almost never the amount that I need.
Yeah.
Like, it's never enough.
It's funny. There's a thing in D&D where in a campaign I had played for like years ago that there's a whole currency thing with gold, silver, copper, and all of that. And back in when I played with a group a few years ago, it became a thing to where if you had a lot of gold, because obviously it weighs stuff, you would have to open a banking account. And it became this really like complex thing to where I was like, I had told my players as a DM, I was like,
does your D&D bank accrue interest?
Like there was stuff that was, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool. If you have that much time to think about all that,
yeah,
I don't care. I told my players, I'm like, if you have 10,000 gold on you and that equals 10,000 pounds, I could care less.
Just carry it.
Just carry it. I was like, I'm not going to be making a banking system to where it accrues interest or it costs 10 or 5 gold per thing, depending on the amount that you want to use for the thing. The account you're opening, like that's just way too much thinking that I don't want to do.
That's so funny because then too, if you're like, okay, well my money's in a bank and we need to go do something, like, hey guys, I need to take a turn to go to the bank.
Yeah,
we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
It's not that.
Hey guys,
serious.
I gotta stop by the bank real quick. Huh?
Yeah. So I had told them like session 0, I was like, we're not doing that. I was like, you can forget about the weight of that. Same thing with arrows. I'm like, if you have 1 arrow, you have 7 billion arrows. I'm not gonna make you be like, oh, you went out of arrows.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's so, and don't get me wrong, there's a group out there. There's plenty of groups out there that they take it that serious.
Which is fine.
You have to be able to maintain everything, and that's fine. Just not with me.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Something I've started getting into recently is film for photography. I have yet to see the pictures.
You sent them in today.
I
Send in
sent
the horn photo.
So I sent 2 of the rolls in a few days ago, and my last roll that I don't have loaded in a camera yet today. And it'll take about a week for me to get back, but I don't know. It's interesting. I'm loving it.
Oh my god! Fucking hell! I'm so sorry.
You okay?
I'm not bored. I promise. I'm just tired.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No! No!
No!
I'm sorry.
But no, there's just something about it. Like,
It was fun. You let me use it when we went to the coast, and I was like, "Damn,
and we will make
this is fun."
we will make a video of you using the disposable, reusable, disposable,
Yeah,
and same thing with me, and we'll compare the two. But
I can't wait for that because I know you're like, "Oh, I gotta get this thing." I'm like, "Oh, look, a geese,"
yeah,
and
oh,
that'll
look,
be
that tree looks nice.
yeah. Like we've had this conversation too, where I was like, "I don't care when it comes to photos. Like I don't care." I'm like, "Oh, yay,
Yay!
and that's it."
Yeah.
I see a goose. I see a cat.
Me, I'm looking at the background. I'm trying to see if the lines are lining up. I'm trying to make sure.
I'm
the
like, "Oh, that
composure's right.
flower is a pretty color." Pew.
Pew.
Yeah, I took a picture of a flower with the film camera at the coast. You're like, that's the first time. And then you took one with your Canon, and you're like, that's the first time I've taken a picture of a flower before.
No, well, like in a very long time.
Yeah.
When I first picked up a camera way back when,
Uh-huh.
and I just wanted to take pictures of everything. Yeah, you take pictures of flowers and nature.
It
and
was
of anything
purple.
you see. Yeah,
it was pretty. And I was like, oh, yay.
Yay.
And you gave me a camera. So I'm like,
And the cool thing about the reusable disposables that we got is that there's no autofocus.
and they were $2.
You quite literally look into the viewfinder and take the picture, and that's what it is.
That's probably the best thrift store find I've ever had.
Yeah, seriously. It's so cool.
They were $2.
$2 a piece.
$2.
$2. Yeah, so I've started even looking at getting like an actual film camera. I talked to you about it today when I went and dropped off the rolls. I looked at what they had, and that might be a purchase that I'll be making in the future just because it not only does the camera look fucking cool, which is a plus, but also it's like the sounds of everything, like just clicking and hearing the clicking noise, like the old classic clicking and not digital clicking.
It's got swag.
Like
I don't know what to say. It's got swag.
Yeah, and then there's just something about you having to take the roll out and load the roll in. I don't know.
My mom and dad are listening to this like, yeah, I did that too.
I know. Like, yeah, I know, okay?
But I think it's cool.
It's cool. I'm just now, because the longest time, I refused to do film.
Why?
It just seemed like way too much.
Oh, like work?
Like just too much work. I have to find the film that I like. I have to load the film in. I have to make sure there's only a set amount of film that I can use, and then when that runs out, I have to make sure I have to reload. Like in my head, I overthought it way too much.
Yeah.
And
it's
so
really not that difficult.
It's not that difficult. It really isn't.
At least like the ones we have, they're built to be simple.
Yeah.
So I guess,
I guess
it's
when
fine.
I get the Canon, like the actual film,
it might be a little different.
it's gonna be a little different. But I think the second I start actually using it and actually learning about it, it's gonna make me a better photographer.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people who start digitally go to film think that.
I think film is dope. I think they turn out really, really cool. I mean, the film that you have is inspired, but I don't see. I think it's fine.
It's gonna be interesting.
I think
to
it'll
see.
be fine. I think it'll be fine. I do love talking about like old tech, kind of like that, because in the inverse, like, because I know you have customers that come in and are like, hey, can you change my email password? And you're like, ma'am, I can't do that for you. And then the inverse is being like, oh, this ancient technology.
Oh, look at this. You have to load in something that captures the photo
from yonder. Like, I don't know.
Rather than
funny.
reloading in a new SD card or a new battery. Like, what?
I just have this little thing that I gotta roll in there and it takes all these photos.
Whoa.
Yeah, I love being like, I don't even think it's being a boomer about it. I don't know. It's just, it's so funny. Whoa!
Whoa!
There it is. I think about that sometimes when, at least on my old job, because there would be people that would message me who were A, twice my age, and B, quadruple my salary. And they're like, why are you taking out so many taxes? And I'm like, because you make $200,000 a year in California. What do you mean, why am I taking out so many taxes? He's like, well, I would prefer it if you take out less. I'm like, dog, I could get arrested if I do that. I'm not doing that. And he was like, fine, I'll talk to your manager. And my manager said the same thing.
Yeah,
She's
just
like, dude, we have to take
no.
taxes. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, you're getting paid quadruple my salary and you don't know that?
Like, really? You're going to whine about this?
Again, you live in California and you make $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
What are you doing?
I make $25 an hour. What?
People will roll in like Lamborghinis to where I work, and they're like, I don't know how to print this thing from
I just
my
want to
phone.
work a printer.
And I'm like,
all right, how do I get this from my phone into that printer?
or people will come in, they're like, I've done this before, but I need your help. And I'm like, what is that? Why?
It's like, I know how to do it. I'm making sure you
know how to do it. I'm like, no, I know. I do this every day. And it's funny because there are times where people are like, wow, you're really quick at that. You know, when you do it every day,
Yeah.
I sure as hell hope you would be quick at it.
I can hope so.
So, yeah. No, it's interesting film because now, even when I went to Horn Photo, they have stuff there that you can buy to develop your own film.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like...
Oh, like where you get a red room and stuff like that?
So I was thinking, in the future, when we have our mansion, right?
Our McMansion?
And I have my own red room.
Yeah.
That's the vision.
I love the term McMansion. I learned that from Hassan Piker. I don't know if that's like a genuine...
McMansion?
A McMansion is basically like a California mansion like in LA. Like, that's a mansion. But if you get one in like Ohio, that's a McMansion.
That's a McMansion.
If you get
'cause
one
it's
in...
like twice as big. And it's
twice as big, but it's half the cost
yeah.
because it's in like Indiana.
Yeah.
That's a McMansion.
Yeah.
Or like in Wisconsin, like something like that. Like, that's a McMansion. I don't know. I love that term.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, because I saw it and I was like, it didn't have any prices for how much everything costed, so it's probably going to be expensive to do it.
Yeah, they don't want to tell you.
But at the same time...
Because you have to get... Isn't it like
You have to
trays
get-
of solution?
You have to get, like, the solution. And
Right.
You have to... I don't fucking know, dude. There's a lot that goes into it that I want to learn in the future, but we'll have to...
have money to do
have
that?
money and a little bit more space to do so.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be fun and interesting. I had a consultation with 2 clients today for their wedding. And one thing that I had brought up, because I was telling them that I'm going to do film for their wedding and that it's new. So I'm not going to charge them extra for it. But one thing was the bride was, she was like, oh, I want to see the photos that you got from your film, because she shoots on film.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, I took some pictures just randomly at home of my cats and of just like some lifestyle stuff. And then I whipped it out during the No King's Day parade or protest and took pictures of that there. And she's like, oh, how was that? And I was like, pretty cool. Really cool to be there. And then she's like, I want to see those pictures. And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll send that to you.
I can never network. I'm too... je ne sais quoi awkward.
You can't what?
Network. I can't network.
I thought I mean, realistically, I'm still new at it. I'm still trying to learn how to network myself correctly. But, like, sitting down, I might start doing consultations more. Not because it's, like, something that I need to do. But I think it's just something that is good for me and my picture as a photographer.
Yeah.
Because I got to sit down and know them. I got to sit down and
you
know
definitely look
how,
a lot better.
Yeah, and I got to see how their humor is and everything else like that. So it was interesting. It's definitely something I want to start doing.
That's fun.
But networking itself, it's still interesting because it's a matter of trying to figure out what to say to certain people without saying too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm too much of a yapper. I do have a story about the one time I went to a networking party.
Oh.
If you want to hear it. It was my first job. I was 19, and my boss, like the CEO, it was a small company, so the CEO won an award for like 40 under 40, which is whatever. She was under 40, she was a CEO, and she won an award or whatever.
Yeah.
So me and two of my other coworkers, my friends, we went with her to this event where she won an award or whatever. So keep in mind again, I am 19. I am legal, barely. Keep that in mind. So I'm wearing this dress. I'm not well endowed in the chest. So it was a little bit lower cut than what I usually wear because I'm like, I have nothing to show.
Yeah.
Again, I was 19, 115 pounds. I had nothing to flaunt. So I go to this networking event, and my boss is like off talking to people. So me and my other two coworkers are kind of just chatting amongst ourselves. This guy who looks like the lead singer of LMFAO comes up. And he starts talking to us because obviously 3 young girls.
Mr. LMFAO himself.
Mr. FAO himself, fucking ass off, is just talking to us. Like, my friend ordered an AMF, like the drink. She ordered an AMF. He comes up and goes, "Yo, is that an AMF?" That was his apparently. He just starts talking to us, and in the midst of him talking to us, he would look at one of us in the eye. He would immediately dart over and look at my chest, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So we're like trying to indicate to him, like, "Hey, we don't want to talk to you anymore." But he's not
like you're
getting...
closing him out of the little
yeah,
circle.
like,
and
because we're at one of those like little cocktail tables that you stand up at and like eat or whatever.
You guys are shimmying closer.
We are doing our fucking best to be like, you have got to go. Best part about it, he wasn't even there for the networking thing. He just worked at the place.
He was just there.
I think he like either worked. He didn't work at the bar, but he might have worked at like the building that
like
it was being
venue?
held at. Yeah, the venue. So he was dressed khakis, t-shirt. Everyone else is dressed to the nines at this event, and he would not stop staring at my 19-year-old chest. I was getting so pissed, and my friend, who's known to throw hands, was like about to yell at this guy, and she was super about to yell at him because she ordered an AMF, which has so much alcohol in it. But yeah, that's another thing I don't like networking. Is the one time I went to an event, I had a guy. He was like 40. He was easily like 35 to 40. Looked like the lead singer of LMFAO. It was gross. I didn't like it.
I will say something about networking itself is you really have to read the room and know how to read body language.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going to land yourself in so many awkward conversations of not knowing when to walk away or when to kind of just start a conversation somewhere else.
It was just annoying because, like, he wasn't even there for the event.
Like
he just worked the venue, and he was bothering people. I was like,
say,
dog,
though,
you're wearing khakis.
Because when I do photograph, like, galas,
yeah,
I barely talk to anyone.
Those seem like the type of people that just, you don't talk to them, you take their picture, and you move on.
Because those are, like, I don't even know how to... It might also just be the gala that I take pictures of, but for the most part, it just feels like they don't even really want to be there themselves.
They're only there as an obligation.
Kind of, yeah.
Because they were invited.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
That's just rich people things.
Yeah, and there are some that, yeah, they love it. They want to be there. They want to conversate with other people. But me, there's this guy walking around with a camera. I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, I see a camera, I'm like, I'm looking away. You go take your pictures.
Know, because now I know what it's like. I always give like a peace sign or like a thumbs up or a smile because I know that person would want that.
Yeah.
The person taking the picture wants that. They don't want someone to be like, looking away. 9 times out of 10. Like looking awkwardly at the camera.
Anybody with the camera pointed to them would love it to not have their picture taken.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those people. Like, I just don't. Why? I'm so unphotogenic and like so not candid in every picture that I'm like,
I just don't want to.
Why would you want that cataloged forever?
Yeah, and it's funny because I am behind the camera.
Yeah.
I always tell people like I don't want pictures of myself.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm behind the camera. I don't want to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I don't want to see myself. I'm getting used to that though because of the YouTube videos.
That's good.
So I'm getting a little bit more used to saying, yeah, I can be in front of the camera.
Yeah. I mean, like, because me and you, considering our ages and what we grew up watching on YouTube, like that sort of thing sounds so appealing, especially from like a creative standpoint. I always thought about like, if I were to do it, like what would I do? And I always considered, I'm like, what if I just sat down and I watched all of those reality TV shows I told you about that one time?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, and like kind of sum them up in a way like that, like in a video essay. I'm like, here's about this f***ed up show where they convinced 8 women they were going out with Prince Harry. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, stuff like that. I mean, I always, when I was younger, I was like, I'm going gaming videos with my friends, but I was like, none of my friends play video games.
I had my cousin ask me that one time.
What?
I was taking pictures of my grandparents' 50th,
Yeah.
and my little cousin walks up to me and goes, when did you know that you wanted to be a photographer? And I was like, I don't really know. I just kind of happened, and I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I'm not making anything. I'm not a full-time photographer still.
Right.
So, like,
It's more of a hobby.
it's
at
more of
this
just a
point.
hobby right now. I just like doing it. And he goes, I want to be a YouTuber. And I was like, dude.
I think they did like a poll for like younger Gen Z, and they're like 1 in 5, 1 in 3. That's what they wanted their profession to be.
I
It's
just
so
told him,
appealing.
I
I
just
get
told him,
why.
good luck. And he's like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. It's appealing. I'm
It
not
is.
gonna sit here and tell you it's not.
But
it so is.
They very much sugarcoat everything about it.
Yeah, and it's like it's luck.
It is. It's 100%.
So funny. Like there's a YouTuber, I mean like even like Jake Paul, but there's a guy named Nate Garner. He used to do Vine. And he's like, I'm gonna sell you this course on, he's like, the ticket to fame, like this is how you make it on YouTube. And Curtis Connor took the course and he like sat through it, and he's like, all of this is bullshit. It's luck. It's all
It is.
luck.
It's a matter of.
It's time and it's luck.
I was gonna say
what
that's the other thing is it's just a matter of actually doing it, and for
Yeah.
a long period of time.
Exactly.
It's luck if you haven't done it before and you catch wave of it like right away.
Immediately.
So
But the
a
chances
good
of that happening are fucking slim.
Yeah.
They're so slim.
a good example of it with now like TikTok and everything is like a
Oh, it's
completely
way
different
easier.
atmosphere.
It's a little bit easier.
It's a little bit easier, but like for example of that, there's a couple on TikTok, Mario and
Oh, I can't remember her name.
I
I know who you're talking about,
don't
but I know her
remember
name. Gorgeous.
Yes,
Gorgeous woman.
I love them too. They're
Yes.
so funny. They're so cute together. They make separate TikToks, like videos of however they want to.
Separate content creators before they even got together. Like she was doing her own, I think she was doing like makeup content
Yeah.
for at least like a year or two before they even like met and
Yeah,
got
and
together.
then they
And then
met-
he was doing his own like comedy content.
And they do like couple stuff.
Right.
For example, a few months ago, I think they put out their first ever podcast episode,
Mm-hmm.
and it hit the Spotify charts, top 10,
Yeah.
right away. But that's because they have this following.
They already had it.
They already have
That's
a
the
following.
difference. Is they already had
So
it.
and they're not as regular with the podcast, so I think they just did their second episode.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like people only see the podcast and like, well, why can't I be that successful? And it's like you have to understand who's creating it.
Time and luck
Time
as well.
and luck.
Time and luck.
You have to see that. Like with us, it's a little different. We don't want to really do the TikTok stuff.
No.
We don't want to do like the video stuff.
Plus, it's like I don't
We're
care.
making it harder for us.
Yeah, and it's
we're taking it the harder route.
And I don't care. That's the thing too. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Sure, it'd be nice, but I don't really care. It's just, I don't know. It's something that I know you've wanted to do this for years. I'm just like, man, I get to say whatever I want in this microphone, and no one can tell me yes or no.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
Who cares?
It's interesting for sure because, like, even when I do the YouTube videos now,
Mhm.
I'm not doing it for the views. I'm not doing it because I want to be the
Aren't
next
you humble?
Peter McKinnon.
Aren't you humble?
Peter McKinnon.
Guys, I don't do it for the views.
I
I,
don't
do it for
views.
the love.
I don't do it
The
for
love of the craft.
Do it for the money.
That's how I pull my bitches.
But like
Bitch, singular.
singular bitch.
It's me.
Yes.
It's me.
She's sitting right here.
The bitch is in the room.
The bitch is in the room. But it's just like a matter of, it's a way of me being able to express myself creatively, regards of if it's good or bad, or if people think it's good or bad. I don't care.
You and I have jobs that are not fulfilling in that department.
Yes.
I work with numbers, and you work with the
People.
public.
People.
Can you help me log into my email address so I can print this
How
photo?
does one send a fax?
What is a fax number? What do you mean it's the same as a phone number?
Can I send to Tokyo?
For $3.
You can. It's going to be $300. That's ridiculous. I'll take it to the post office.
I'll fly to Tokyo myself.
Go for it, Grandma. You'll love it there.
That's so funny. I told you this briefly. When I was a kid, me and my family went to the zoo, and we like signed up for like an account or whatever with the zoo, or like a whatever. So the person behind the counter asked my grandma, I was like, "Oh, what's your email address?" And she started getting out her like real address, like her physical address. And my mom goes, "I'm sorry," she heard address and just started giving it out. And this kid, my mom gave her her email address.
Dude, it's.
I'm like, yo. That happened when I was like 13. That sticks in my brain. It was so funny.
And the funny thing about me working with the public is that people are just ignorant. Mm-hmm. People just will
and like
not
for
listen.
fun.
Yeah, they just will not listen to you.
And for fun.
Because it's like, all right, so we're gonna show you how to send this email, and they're like, huh?
No. Do it for me. No,
we're gonna show you how to do this email. Why? Well, because you need to send the email to print.
No.
Well, I want to print this. Yeah, I understand. It's on your phone, right? Yes. Okay, well then let's send the email so that we can print it.
Why?
Okay, I guess we could do that. Like, it's just like, that's an actual conversation that I have all the time.
It's so funny. It's so fun. That's why I can't work customer service. Because there will be a point I'm like, what do you want out of this?
I will say, significantly better than food.
Oh, yeah.
Because the food industry, holy crap, I would kill someone if I had to work in the food industry.
My brother did for years. He worked at McDonald's.
Dylan was a server at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Damn.
And I was like, dude.
Damn. People get drunk at Buffalo Wild Wings. That is, hey, working in food, working in people that are drunk with food.
Eric is a
bartender.
A bartender now.
That's right.
He's apprenticing as a bartender.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude, you, like, that's a whole different side of it to where it's like, okay, well, this person's now angry and drunk.
Yeah. Explicitly belligerent due to the fact that there's so much alcohol in their blood.
Body.
Yeah. Dude, that's funny.
Yeah, there are some food industries that I can kind of see me working in. A barista probably being one of them.
But even still.
But even then.
Those are snooty people.
I would want to rip someone's head off.
But I take snooty over drunk.
I give kudos.
I don't think I would.
I give kudos to Mia because she can flip that switch on and off.
Yeah, I can't.
It's crazy.
I can't do that.
There are days where I can, but there are also a lot of days where I just don't have a switch and I just don't want it.
I'm really thinking about it. Because if you work with like snooty people as you would as a barista or belligerent people that you would as a bartender, both of those cannot be reasoned with. You cannot reason with a drunk person. You cannot reason with an older person about their coffee order. Those can't be reasoned with.
I would take snooty over
drunk?
Over drunk. Just because you can kill them with kindness, you can't kill a drunk person with kindness.
They'll just get angrier. I guess that's true. And it smells better because it's coffee rather than alcohol. Yeah, I don't know.
And snooty people, you know what they love to say?
Huh?
If they're angry or whatever, there's like, I'm not coming back here.
Oh, thank God.
You just lost a customer.
Thank God. Deuces, brother.
It's funny when they say it to a corporation where I'm like, this corporation, you could die and they wouldn't give a shit.
They're like, ma'am, can you please die outside of the restaurant? We don't want to clean it up.
Yeah.
That's
seriously how it is.
They don't care if you live or die. Just leave.
They don't care at all.
I love that. Like,
when a customer says that to me, I'm like, yes, dude.
Yes! Let's fucking go!
You get out of here and you don't come back. Next week they're there. And I'm like,
you liar! You lied!
Not only do you suck, but you're also a liar.
When I was in high school and I used Reddit a lot, I would always look at those like Karen videos. I lapped it up. Lapped it up.
This morning I was watching some.
God, they're so.
You know what the best ones are? Like the instant karma ones.
Yeah, I do love when it's just like a white woman walks up to like literally any person of color doing anything, and she's like, I'm gonna call the police, and then the police are like, man, this is a misuse of police
Time and
money, like this is a felony. And she's like, what?
What did you say?
I love that.
I saw one where this grandma was like telling this person, she's like, you need to move this trash bin.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, the city comes and takes it and puts it down. He's like, I have no control over where they put it afterwards. And she's like, well, I'm gonna move it for you. She starts to move it, she slips, the trash can goes to the side, and she falls, and when she falls, she squeaks.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that video because she's so, dude, this woman is old and she's like fragile. I'm talking Yzma from Emperor's New Groove
and
levels.
She squeaks when she fell, dude.
She's
it's
like,
so funny.
I'm gonna move it. She cannot
just
fucking move it. She cannot fucking move it. There's like rocks in the way too, I think.
It's
like
on the
pad.
street. It's on the street.
She's trying to move it.
And she falls and goes, Oink. Dude,
Dog,
it's
that's what
so
I'm saying.
funny.
I eat it up. And even when there's no like karma involved and it's just like a white lady being belligerent for no reason,
yeah,
I'm like, you are so interesting. I can't imagine living the way that you do.
I will say, even though I'm on the receiving end of it, there are times where I just love it.
It's so interesting.
Whenever an old person just decides to go off on me, because I'm like, what? I think in the back of my head, I'm like, what throughout this day has been so horrible to you that this is the cherry on top? Like this like small, minute detail of whatever is happening in this situation is the cherry on top. Like, how bad of a day
that you needed to explode on me.
That you needed to explode on me. Why couldn't you have gone into your car and yelled or cried about it?
That's what normal people do. That's what well-adjusted people do. I have not ever, when I've been wronged by any sort of like customer service interaction, I in no way am taking it out on the worker.
I say sorry to them.
Yeah, I'm apologizing to them. I'm like, A, I'm sorry you have to work here. And B, don't worry about it. This $5 that I've now spent on this being wrong, XYZ reason, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And what pisses me off, too, is like customer service, obviously not in the past 10, 15 years, but before that, used to be a semi-respectable job. Like, people used to do it and were not treated this way. I don't know what switch flipped in the public's mind where they thought flipping burgers was the lowest of the low.
Social media, I think.
Yeah, I guess because there's a glorification of, you know, making money and not working, like that kind of thing. But it's just like, what? And especially if you work in food and you're talking the person making your food. Unofficially, that food is safe. Officially, someone's spit in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like someone's spitting in your food. I think it's you're funny. A rancid bitch.
I think it's funny that because I've seen this in person. This has happened to me where I go with my family and we sit down. Red Robin, for example, we go have Red Robin.
When's the last time you had Red Robin?
This was years ago.
Like last time we went to Red Robin, we were like, this food's not very good.
I'm talking. My parents are together.
Oh yeah.
That's how long.
Gotcha. About 10 years ago.
Longer than that.
Yeah.
We go. We have Red Robin. We're sitting down. We get our food, and our food isn't the hottest, but we eat it anyways.
Of course you do.
Grandma and Grandpa are upset that their food is room temperature. So they decide, you know what? Send it back. Get us a new plate. By the time they get their new plate, we're already packing up and leaving.
Right.
So they end up packing it up anyways and leaving with us.
Yeah.
So it's like, so not only did you not decide to eat the food when you got it and not complain about it?
Yeah.
Because it's still food. It's not like they took a it's not like they took a and then put two buns together to give it to you. That's not what we're talking about.
That's called a turd sandwich.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a good, decent burger with fries that you paid for.
And is lukewarm.
And it's room temperature.
Yeah.
And so you decide to say, hey, we want this sizzling hot. They go, okay, man, we'll take care of that for you. They take the plates back, 15 minutes later, when we're all done eating and they get their new sizzling hot plates, they're like, hey, we're done for today. Can you pack this up?
That story really stuck with you. You're still kind of angry about that.
What was the
You're still kind of angry about
what
that.
was the fucking point? What was the fucking point? Because now you're going home and you're going to have even colder fucking food.
It's going to taste even worse because you
It's
have
gonna
to
taste
reheat
even
it.
worse. Yes.
That is so funny. You're still angry about that.
So I think about that a lot.
I can tell. It's really sticking with you.
There's been other instances, something like that. But it's just like, that's what I think about at the end of the day of like when someone's getting angry at me. I always have to remind myself there's something going on in this person's life that is just going horribly wrong.
Yeah.
To where they have to blow up on me like this.
No. I want him. Oh, he got scared by it. I'm sorry, bud.
But then I think about people who are like my grandparents who were like, we want this sizzling hot. 15 minutes later, we want this in a box to go. Like, just eat the f***ing thing.
Yeah, I don't. Not once in my life have I ever sent food back.
Never.
Never, and I never will.
Unless there's a fucking bug in it,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Unless there's something like abhorrently like I can't eat
I
this
cannot
for
like,
any reason.
Yeah,
any
like this needs to
reasonable
be free for me to eat it, type of thing.
Right, but again, I don't eat places where that happens.
Yeah.
So why would I do that? Applebee's has not once let me down. So it's not happening there.
I'm kind of throwing him under the bus. I once got onto my dad about something similar. We went to Foster Freeze.
Come on, brother.
We got
Come
our
on.
burgers. We came back home. We opened it, and he's like, "This wasn't the burger I wanted."
I do that
I
too.
looked at him and I said,
Are you gonna eat it?
"Eat the burger."
Are you
He's
gonna
like,
eat it?
Because I told him, I was like, "Are you gonna go get it returned?" He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Eat the burger." I was
Eat
like,
the
"What-" I was
goddamn
like,
burger.
What's missing on that burger than what was on the other one? He's like, "Well, this, and this." And I was like, "Eat the fucking burger."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "It's gonna take so much more longer for you to go over there, get the new burger, and bring it back."
I'm gonna
and
be
then
done eating.
I'm gonna be
cleaning
done
my
eating.
hands.
I'm gonna be taking a shower, going to bed right now.
Yeah. Eat the goddamn burger.
I was like, "Eat the burger," and he ate the burger.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he did. Yeah, that is too. Unless the order is like
Completely wrong.
fucked up beyond belief, I will never say anything.
There was a time I went. Sorry to interrupt. There was a
Yeah.
time I went to McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
ordered a little online order,
Mm-hmm.
got it. I was on my lunch. Got it. Sat down. It was instead of a regular chicken sandwich, it was a spicy chicken sandwich
Oh, even better.
with some spicy chicken nuggets with a Coke. And I said, you know what?
I'll eat this too.
I'll eat this. I don't even care. Like, I'm fine with this. I'm sorry that the other person, the person that got my order, is getting my order instead of their order.
Because theirs sounds fucking gas, honestly.
Because theirs is better than what I ordered.
Yeah,
I was
this
like,
is gas.
but I'm not gonna go back and be
I'm
like,
not gonna say anything.
this is the wrong order, because then I'm spending my whole lunch doing
Right.
that.
There's a time and place, I think. Like, if you've got the time and your order is like, oh, this is completely somebody else's, like, yeah, I'll go back and I'm like, hey, this is somebody else's. Get them their order and I'll take mine,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But I'm like, if it's a to-go and I'm not looking in the box and I take it home, bitch, I'm eating it.
Just eat it.
I don't care if it's not mine. Especially if it's like Chinese food or like Japanese food. Bitch,
Yeah.
I'll eat it. I don't
Yeah, I'll
give a
eat it.
Oh, your noodles are a little bit different than the one I ordered.
I don't care.
Gone. Oh, you got spicy chicken instead of regular chicken.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
when
eating
you
it.
order a burger and you're like, oh, I ordered a bacon double cheeseburger and I only got a double cheeseburger. Eat the fucking burger. Stop complaining. Eat the burger.
And that's on manners.
Yes.
And that's on respect for customer service.
Yes.
Period.
And at the time, I was working at Baskin Robbins. I think I had brought that up to my dad. I was like, I have to deal with customers like you, but it's with ice cream. Imagine how much more pissed off I am when I'm doing it. I was like, eat the burger. And he's like, okay.
Eat the goddamn burger. Eat the burger.
So,
The
yeah.
best burger in the business.
best burger.
That's how Dave Thomas from Wendy's talks. The best burger in the
the
business.
best burger in the business.
And then he brings Wendy out. She's like, the best burger in the business. Sorry. I've been
best burger
thinking
in
about
the
those
business.
Wendy's training videos. Hot drinks.
You don't want to do this, Jake.
You don't want to do this, Dave.
I got hot drinks, and you know what I'm
Hot drinks. You don't want to do this,
If
Dave.
you got, and then I'm thinking about that other training. Wendy's has like a series of training videos that I keep the hot drinks is one of them. One of them is like it teaches you how to use the grill, like with the burgers or whatever. And in the video, it's like from the 90s, they give the square burgers like huge eyes, huge mouth, and they start singing, and it's fucking scary. It's like, oh, I cut the corners, and then they're just scary looking burgers.
I think I want to go get a burger now.
I also want DiGiorno.
Oh,
I want my fellas. I hope they get that cheese like DiGiorno.
Well, that's all I got for today.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right, cool. Well, I guess I'm gonna go interview Toby now.
Tobos. Toby, go bring the mic up to him.
Tobos.
Oh, he's licking his asshole. Hold on.
Toby.
Let's be quiet. It's like a nature documentary. Toby. And here we have the elusive Toby. He's a cat. He has thumbs.
He don't want to talk.
He's very nervous.
All right, well.
I'm David Attenborough.
Bye.
I'm doing my own thing. Bye. You didn't do any of the shit you needed to say.
Outro. No, not bye.
Dude, you cut straight to it.
Go listen. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Comment what your favorite part of the video was, and don't forget we're on Spotify. And to those who are on Spotify listening right now, we love you.
I would like everyone to keep in mind that Micah's not wearing pants, and he's getting up and saying all this stuff.
I'm getting excited because we're gonna go get DiGiorno burger right now.
Okay, we love you. Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye, burger. Bye, burger.
Hot drinks.